Hi, I am so glad that you're here, and I'm glad to be here making this class for you today. Let's turn off our phones if you can, find somewhere somewhat quiet, and do a little practice together. We do need today some props. I'm going to use 2 small handheld dumbbells. You could also use 2 yoga blocks or 2 equally sized kind of heavy books would also do. But that's it. Let's get started. So coming to stand on your mat, let's do some movement to get into our body and get into our breath. So we're going to start with 3 full sun salutations. Hands together at your heart, grounding into your heels and using an inhale to lengthen the crown of your head tall. Exhaling completely. Inhale to sweep the arms up and overhead. And exhale to fold. You can keep your knees bent a lot, nice long spine. Inhale, lifting halfway, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands and we'll step to a plank. Inhaling in a plank to get organized. Exhaling, knees down, elbows drop back, slowly lowering to the floor. Inhale, rolling your shoulders open, lifting your chest, lengthening your neck. Let's lift the palms too. Exhale all the way down, forehead touches. Pressing into your palms, inhaling through hands and knees. Tucking your toes, exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweeping the arms out and up. Hands come to touch overhead. And then they draw to your heart. Inhale, sweeping up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. The hands plant, plank pose. Inhaling in the plank. Exhale, knees down, elbows fold back all the way to the floor. Inhale to lift your chest, finding a cobra. Exhale, third eye kisses the mat. Inhale, hands and knees, toes tuck. Exhale, downward dog. Take 2 breaths here. Deepening your breath, finding connection, breath to movement, breath to body. Feet to the hands, and we'll do 1 more. So inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms sweep out. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Plank pose. Exhale, knees down, all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, third eye touches. Inhale, hands and knees. Tucking the toes. Exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths. Spreading the fingers wide, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Finding traction in your spine, lengthen your spine, even if it means you need to bend your knees a little bit to lift up in your tailbone, widening in your seat. Feet to the hands, forward fold. Rounding into the heels, nice and slow, sweeping all the way up. Hands together overhead, and hands to the heart. Let's inhale to sweep the arms up. Exhale to sink into a chair pose, Utkatasana. Grounding into your heels, sinking in a bit lower, even as you're lifting your chest more, expanding out your fingers more. Keeping that lift in your chest as you take your hands to your heart. Lengthen your spine still. Let's inhale here. With an exhale, twisting towards the right. So left elbow drawing across your body to the right. Inhale, draw through center. Exhale, other side, belly draws back to your spine, wringing out your belly. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross. If it feels good to tap your knee to your elbow, maybe you try that. Or maybe you stay lifted. I find that creates a little bit of pressure in my body, in my low back, sometimes, especially early in a class. So I'm going to stay lifted. Starting to build some heat in your core. Really using your exhales to contract in your belly. Last time, over to the left. And we'll draw to center, grounding into the heels. Let's sweep the arms up and overhead. Lengthening fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. And let's step the right leg straight back, coming into a lunge. Heel is drawing back strongly. Deep bend in your front knee, so the knee is right over the heel. Let's sweep the arms up and overhead. And then we'll cactus the arms. Taking a breath like this, just finding the strength in this pose. And then let's bend the back knee and take some pulses. Gentle pulses up and down. Outer hips are hugging in. Your belly is drawn back, tailbone drawn down, so one long line all the way up your spine. And your quad might be talking to you a little bit here. Okay, let's take hands together at the heart. Lengthening your back knee back, leaning forward just slightly, just to exaggerate the weight of your body on your front leg, getting a bit light on your back toes. Inhaling with an exhale, drawing a knee all the way up. Inhale to step back. Exhale to draw up. To back up here before I start knocking into the house plants. When you find your balance, you can bring your arms in as well. So same when we were doing those chair twists, using your exhale, using the strength of your exhale to engage in your belly even more. 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to do 5 with a kick. So maybe you stay just lifting your knee, or maybe you kick it out. Last one. And then stepping all the way back into a lunge, drawing your heart back. Let's sweep the arms up and overhead first. And then let's send your right hand forward, left hand back. So you're taking a twist in your lunge. From here, left hand is going to reach to the outside of your right leg. Right arm reaches back and up and overhead. Lengthening fingertips, opening chest. Left shoulder is drawing back and down. Right shoulder to fingertips lifting up. And then let's cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. And we'll step into a plank. Taking the knees down, elbows folding back, lowering all the way to the floor. Inhale, rolling the shoulders, lifting the chest, lifting the heart. Exhale, third eye to the mat. Pressing into your hands, lifting up through hands and knees. Tucking the toes and pressing back into a downward dog. Fingers are spread wide. Again, here, lengthening up your arms, lengthening up the sides of your rib cage, sides of your waist. Let's bend both knees a lot so your knees come to hover. And then let's turn your heels over towards the right, taking your right hip to hover over the floor. Using an inhale to draw up through center. Using an exhale to take your hips down to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. So knees stay bent the whole time. Trying, if you can, to stay as even as possible in your hands, even in your shoulders. There's going to be some lean from one side to the other. Let's keep the twist in the lower part of your spine as much as you can. One more each side. And then we'll draw back into our downward dog. Let's wave forward into a plank. We'll take the knees down, hips back to the heels, child's pose. It feels nice here to maybe give your wrists a little roll. Maybe you squeeze out one wrist and then the other. Taking 2 more breaths. Steady, full, even kind of heavy breaths. Bring yourself up to a seat. Turning to one side and sending the legs long. Then just turn to face you. And then this is where you'll need your block or your book. This is one of the times. I'm going to use a weight, which I might regret, but we'll see. I got a little 5-pound dumbbell. Grounding into sit bones, lengthening the spine tall, keeping that length in your spine, bend your knees and start to lean back. Catching hold of your knees and lifting your feet. From here, maybe you just stay here, or maybe you see about opening your arms wide and catching hold of whatever you're using. Heels can always come back down to the floor. We'll inhale with an exhale, passing whatever you're using. Inhale, open. Exhale, pass. Yep, a yoga block. Definitely a lot lighter. Four more. Last one. Opening up, setting down your block off of your mat so that you can roll onto your back. Knees into the chest for a moment. And then we'll take the knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Fingertips come to the back of your skull, lightly touching. Pressing low back into the mat. Let's lift up head, neck, and shoulders. Flexing your feet. Inhaling. As you exhale, right leg straightens, left knee draws in as you cross your right elbow to the left. Inhale to center, lifting your head even more, pressing your back in even more. Exhale, other side. Moving really slowly and mindfully with your breath. Using the strength of your exhale to make your twist. Using your inhale to come back through center. Keeping your alignment. One more each side. Last one. And let's release soles of the feet to the floor. Reaching arms up and overhead. And windshield wiping knees from side to side. Send the legs long, sweeping your arms alongside your body, and then pressing up onto your elbows, just so that you can then press yourself up onto your hands, pointing your toes, maybe look down at your toes. Legs are zipped together, chest lifted already, pressing into the heels. Let's lift your seat. Then choices are to keep looking down at your toes, look up at the ceiling, or maybe it'll feel good to release your neck and look back. Arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to your heart, taking a moment in Dandasana. Spine lengthening, legs lengthening. Let's cross the legs, hands, and step into a downward dog. Taking a cycle of breath here, getting some traction in your spine, releasing any tension that was caused maybe by that core work that we did. Feet forward, hands forward fold, grounding into your heels, sweeping arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bending the knees, sinking into a chair. This time, your left elbow is going to come across to your right knee, finding length in your spine. Using an exhale to scoop your belly a little bit more, drawing your right shoulder back a little bit more. And if this is not accessible to you, just take your hand to your knee, and then you can take the opposite hand maybe to your shoulder to open. Maybe you lengthen to the sky. Take one more breath on this side. Keeping the knees bent a lot, lengthening your fingertips forward. And then we'll switch sides. So right elbow, left knee, finding variations, maybe wherever you are, thinking about a long spine, and also thinking about drawing your right shoulder underneath you, left shoulder back, to maybe find a little bit more twist. Let's inhale through center. Exhale right here, sinking in. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, hands together overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Left leg steps straight back. Taking a moment to come into it. Your left hip is drawing forward, right hip is drawing back. Left heel is pressing back a lot, creating a lot of energy out of your heel. Sinking in. From here, inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactusing the arms. Bending your back knee, and as you do so, drawing your tailbone underneath you. And we'll take little pulses. Last one. Hands together at the heart, lengthening your knee, your heel back, leaning forward slightly, pressing your palms a lot to help with your balance. Inhale, exhale, knee all the way up. Inhale, touching that, and exhale, kicking up. Engaging your belly, using your core, maybe finding a fixed point somewhere in the room in front of you to help hold your balance. Last one like this. And then we'll do 5 kicks. 1, 2, and last one. Step all the way back. Find your balance again in your lunge. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Left hand forward, right hand back, twisting. And then right hand finds the outside of your left thigh. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Inhale to draw back up. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Step into a downward dog this time. From downward dog, I'm going to bend the elbows out to the side and take so that the crown of your head draws down towards the floor. Inhaling here, exhale, straightening the elbows to draw up. Inhale, sinking down. Exhale, pressing up. Inhaling down. And exhale, pressing up. Let's do 4 more together. We can do this. That's 1, 2, 3, and last one. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Feet to the hands, forward fold. Grounding into the heels, sweeping the arms up and overhead, hands touching overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. I'm going to need your props again. I'm going to use both of these dumbbells. You don't have to actually lift them, so it doesn't really matter how heavy whatever it is that you're using. Setting them up just about underneath your shoulders when you're in a forward fold. Gripping whatever it is fairly tightly and leaning in. We'll step one leg back, so coming into a runner's lunge. Inhaling here with an exhale, doing a switch. So switching as you exhale Trying to find as much lift as you can. Alternative is to step it out. So finding the version that works for you. Let's do 10 more together. Last one. Woohoo! Let's keep that leg forward. Keep your hands just where they are. Straighten both legs and melt your heart over your front leg. Bending your elbows, just using the prop to help keep a bit of balance. Maybe loosen your chest cavity, loosen your shoulders, long in your neck, heavy in your head. Slowing down your breath. Step the back foot forward, taking a forward fold for a moment at the front of your mat. Knees can even now at the end of class, you can still keep your knees bent a lot. We'll step the opposite leg back, straightening as you can both legs, and melting your heart over your front leg. Finding some softness in your jaw and the muscles of your face. Let's release whatever you're holding on to. And then walk your hands so that you come into a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you adjust your feet a little bit wider, a little bit further together, whatever feels nice right now. Keep a soft bend in your knees as you let your head hang heavy, shoulders heavy, chest heavy. And here, let's heel toe the feet together. Rooting into your heels. Let's nice and slow roll it up. Use a couple of breaths to come to standing. Then once you do come to stand, loosen your shoulders, rolling them back a couple of times. Taking your weight into your left foot. Interlace the fingers and draw your right knee into your chest. Balance. If you're struggling with your balance, so am I. You can find a chair, use something, the wall, whatever you have, the couch, whatever's nearby, to just grab a hold of. Let's turn your right knee out to the right, taking your ankle to the top or just above your left knee. We'll take hands together at the heart, using that press into your palms to find your balance. And then very, very slowly start to bend into your standing knee, sinking into a chair. We'll take one long, steady inhale. And one long, steady exhale. Let's draw up and plant your right foot down. Shake it out a little bit. And then let's take your left knee into your chest, lengthening yourself up. Finding space here. Chest open, neck long. Starting to open your knee out to the left. Ankle lands over your other knee. Hands together at your heart. Bend your standing knee and sink in. Maybe you flex the foot, that left foot that's folded over your ankle. And let's draw all the way up and release. Shake it out a little bit. Let's actually loosen up a bit. All over, just shaking your legs, shaking your arms, shaking your shoulders. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Folding forward. And bending knees a lot to draw yourself down into a little ball. And finding yourself on your mat. Relaxing back into Shavasana. Legs long. Palms open. All the little adjustments you need to make to let go. Giving yourself as long as you can. Be in this space that you have created for yourself. Warm. You can kind of keep a warm glow around you. Even if it's just for this time on your mat. Being in the energy and the radiance that you get from getting your heart rate up. And also from moving mindfully with your breath. Staying here for as long as you can. When you're ready, pressing yourself up to find a comfortable seat or any seat. Take hands together at your heart. Bow third eye to your fingertips. Finding so much gratitude for this body, for this breath, for this practice of yoga. Thank you so much.